as we look at the Namosi side from round 1 up to 14. The season that they've gone through, they've got some good wins, Namosi, but for 2 occasions they fell short against Suva, and that is why Suva is the team to beat for this competition. But the result will not matter come the end of this game, because whoever wins will go out for the final spot. And just a quick look at the Suva season as well. For the 14 rounds that they had, they've also started well. And of course, they went down to Nandronga with 15 points to 13. Crucial win against Namosi, 37 points to 12. And also, in that case, they booked the berth for the semi-final this afternoon. And as I've said, they are the team to beat because they've got a very formidable side, not only in the run-on team, but they've got the depth in the reserve as well. And of course, it will be just too good to come down and watch it down here at the NZ Stadium, and we'll also bring it live to you right on in your very living room. The crowds are ready for the crack of a game. Suva supporters, they want to put the icing on the cake before they go up for the finals come next week. But the Namosi supporters have also come in numbers. We have the crowd ready to witness the first of the 2 semi-finals. And as I've said, it will be a cracker of a game. The question will be asked on the front rows. Seruda Kambau, Chonangiri and Alfredi Rambukawanga. They need to set the platform, for this is where Suva has been dominating all along. Apakuki Woviri in number 6 is the gentleman up in the forwards who will be assisting Sakyus and Andruku from time to time. And of course, his experience, his maturity, and of course his work rate will be something that we can look into during this game. The combination of Netawa and Albereti Vetokani will also be important. And Tira Welangi, the finisher for Namosi, is also a gentleman to look into, because he had been playing well, and when it matters most, has been the guy who had been finishing the moves, and that will be very important come this afternoon. Reserves, you have Temesiaro Tui, Aseri Romrombalevu, Sulingali Kaono, Tomasi Sovilea, Penichapini Kaumaitonga, Are Lelea Kula, Meli Nakarawa, and Avete Daveta. Asa Limboko, their coach, former player for Nandronga, and we have their supporters ready to support them as well. They brought the umbrella for the sun, and of course the rain has faded away, and they have their supporters there. They're ready to kick Suva out, but let's see the Suva team. Keponi Paul coming out from the bars, and you have Matelio Golisese, Sireli Lendu, and Manasa Saulo. Quite a very experienced front row. And look at Taniela Sandrungu. He'll be the person to watch out. James Brown in number 8. The question will be between Terio Tamani and Ratumeli Kurisaru in terms of that linkage in the back line. Keponi Paul, as well as Misael Petro, will be the finishers for Suva. John Stewart is going to lead the team in as the captain for the Suva side. And for the reserves, you have them there. Josefa Saroa, Azuraya Emmanuel, Elia Zanakaibata, and Leone Nawai with Chone Manu. They've left some very experienced players in the reserves, with Sakrayela Malamba being their coach, as they march into camp, I would say, to prepare for this match. You might say that the Suva side is lays with former and current reps. There you have Tamani. We saw him in the Savu Savu Sevens, and he was quite thick in that position. But remember, Sevens is different from the 15 side, as we have the crowd out in numbers to support their team. And they've used whatever shade that they can find. And there you have it, the supporters. They are enjoying themselves. And as I've said, this ground will be satellite We'll look into the players in depth a little bit. There you have, as I've said, Seru Dagambao, former Nandronga player, playing for Namosi. He needs to rise to the occasion. This has been a place where Suva has been dominating, and Seru Dagambao will lead by example, and Seru Dagambao need to be the cornerstone up front. There you have the blind side flanker, Apakuki Vuaviri. He will also be a force to reckon with. He's got the height, he's got the speed as well, and his walk rate has been good throughout the season. And of course, with that determination that he has, it will augur well for the team. Beto Kani, very experienced player, former Nandronga rep as well, playing for Namosi. And of course, with Beto Kani in the playmaker position, it will be a formidable side for Namosi, I would say. And they'll be giving their best to prove the critics wrong, even though they fell short twice against Suva. This will be a do-or-die situation for the Namosi side as we look into the Suva players. Led by their captain, Stewart, the experience that he has, the speed, and one thing that I reckon for this gentleman here is his quality of defense, and with his cool head, definitely, he is a person to look to in terms of leadership. And also we have the fullback Enele Malele, who have grown in maturity and the depth of his experience in his position. And of course, they'll be looking to him to clear things off from behind the defense line. And of course, they'll also, you have to watch this gentleman here, Daniela Sandrugu, who has been a live wire for the seventh side. There you have the supporters. Definitely. Everyone's out to enjoy themselves, the Suva team and the Suva players. And of course, at the end of the day, it will mean a team going up to the final spot come next week, as we have the two teams down in the tunnel. There you have Stewart leading them out, and the captain for Namosi as well, Sakyusan Ndruku, as they take the field of play with Namosi definitely to defend the lower end of the ground. Team can look good on paper, but the talking today will be done in the field, and that is what Namosi is ready for. He's ready to take the Suva team down, will give their best, and of course, when the dust is going to settle down here, there will be only one winner, and that winner will progress to the finals come next week. Team discipline, mental fitness will be very critical at this point in time. And they need to look into the experience of the players that have gone through Saulo right up front there in jersey number 3. It will be very important for him to set the stage for the younger players. Namosi has nothing to lose. They are a champion side, and they've proved it so many times this year before Nandi took the jewel of their crown, the Fairbrother Sullivan Trophy, down to Nandi. Stewart, Caponi Paul in the blindside position for the Suva side, blindside wing, as we have Vetokani ready to restart. The referee says it's all okay, and the ball goes up into the sky. Down it goes. Terry Tamani, a clearing kick, and playing it safe, easily dodging that would-be tackler. And now Terry Tamani has taken the responsibility of the halfback position, with Matawalu being called for the autumn games just recently. In it goes, Namosi winning it well, and out it comes, down slot begins. Namosi working hard. Good hard tackle there from Suva. Sorubakatini to Fangalele. He's a tough customer. Tamani looks for the ball. Playing it slow when they've left it up to the forwards.
Use it. Stay.
Box kick it is. He needs to keep in midfield. And down it comes. Namosi, Kiponi Paul. Esala Nalombo. A raking kick just in the middle of the field. Testing the waters for the Suva side. As we have Meli Kurisaru leaving it behind and knocking it forward on that occasion. As they'll have their first scrum. And of course, Namosi will try to speed things up to outrun and outgun the Suva team. It goes, losing that ball forward. They tried to maintain possession. They were good hunting that ball on the ground. Manasa Saulo with his familiar position up front.
Set. Hold it.
Sheruda Gombau. Good body position for the Suva side. Picked up from the base there. James Brown caught in possession. Terry Tamani digs deep. Suva controlling the tempo of the game. They slowed things down. Another box kick it is. Out it goes. They're trying to force. And the first error comes from Namosi. And Malele. He cuts threads from the defense line. Look at Suva. Spinning away from one tackler. Sandru is right there. The referee calls them knock forward it was. And now it will be Suva to put it in. Malele just close enough to read the game well. And the change of direction from the Suva side. Tui Fangalele coming in to support. Sandrungu already too fast up front.
Set. Hold
as
it.
they go in for their second scrum.
Stay up.
Suva holding on. Tamani goes into midfield. A set move for Suva. And they brought Voto right back in. A solid player. Sandrungu thinks that he does not need the halfback. Goes half a meter. And knocking that ball forward. Tamani almost running out on that occasion. But Namosi able to control. Sandrungu, as I've said, very fast on that occasion. Of course, senior players will caution him as they need to play as a team, knocking that ball forward as the reserves very eager on the bench to take the field of play. Voto went in with a very strong run. That is Sandrungu not waiting for Thierry. And the knock forward from Stewart. And that's why they're having the scrum, as we still have an injured player still on the ground. Onesi Ratawe needs attention on this occasion.
No more discipline. Thank you.
Very removed there from Stewart by losing that ball. Now it will be a penalty against Suva. Betokani kicks across the field of play. There you have it.
Maintain discipline, please.
Sandrungu
Dollar.
Terry Tamani almost running out on that occasion, but the high tackle as Namosi wins their own line out and runs in, and that's what I've said. Apokuki will be being used once again, the speed that he has, but Suva, they've ripped that one off, and it is Koli Tamani Tokula. Out it goes, Terry Tamani with his kicking game, and too good on that occasion, just 30 centimeters away from the wide mark, pushing the Namosi side into their own territory. A line out it would be. 6 minutes gone. Suva controlling the tempo of the game. Out it goes, but Namosi is able to win their own as they scramble once again. A good run as well. That was a big run from Tira Welangi. Leaves it behind. The halfback still waits. Netama Rokaisau. He needs to connect with his playmaker. Out it comes. They're going to run this from their own 22. They opt to kick across where nobody is waiting. And the ball lingers on the ground as the Suva side win it right back. Missing out on that one and bringing it back was Mateo Ngolisese. And he's a handful to take down as Suva. Terry Tamani. Out it comes to Sandrungu. Saulo. Short passes are good. They gain about half a meter. They go towards the open side once again and got numbers as well. And the touch judge raises his hand on that occasion as good defense from Namosi. They're able to use that line out to shut them off. Look at the good tackle there from Welangi and intercepted there, and also almost losing his head, but it is Seruda combated in. In it goes, and the ball goes loose, taken up there by Namosi. Very good run, not a good pass, a floating one I would say, show and go, but nobody's going to buy that. They have to do it the hard way. Big run once again from the Namosi open side flanker. Apokuki, a high one it is, but Enele Malele steady under those high ball. As I've said, they've totally reduced the tempo of this game, showing the experience that they have, the Suva side. Enele Malele was ready for that high one. They've read it beautifully. And of course, his experience is something that Suva will bank on during this game. And it goes. Suva wins it. Cut out pass. Down to the back line. We have Stewart. It's a one-on-one. Review. And Vota goes up. Well supported there by Keponi Paul.
Last red. Hold.
Terry Tamani. They're shifting it into midfield. They brought it quite close to their forwards now. Big drive there from Mateo Ngolisese.
Last red.
Out it comes. They're using the blind side once again. They've got the numbers, but the space is not there for them. As we have Terry Tamani to recycle it once again. Mateo, beauty of and Lendua goes in using his experience. Saulo playing as halfback and Malele shreds the defense line. Namosi backpedaling at this point in time. They'd have allowed that to roll. Namosi. Referee backing orders. Terry Tamani. Where's his option? There was a high shot from Nundruku, and that can cause a yellow card as well. But advantage there. Out it goes, but they'll be called back as we have Nundruku, who did not use his arm in that high swing that he had, and that could easily also cop a yellow card. But fortunately for that one, Nundruku, as you can see there, using his shoulder and did not wrap the ball carrier on that occasion. And Nandruku being penalized on that occasion. You already have the Apakuki Rongida, the open side flanker for Namosi, being attended to by the medics. Kicking ability and the visionary that this young man has will be very valuable for Suva, as we see Akapushi Rongida leaving the field of play now. Looks like a knee problem, as we've gone 11 minutes into this first half, and Namosi had defending in most part of the game. The injury to Akapushi Rongida. They need to communicate more than the Namosi side. There you have it. John Stewart and James Brown. They've called up Enele Malele to try and put the first 3 points on the ball. Comes in with a good drive. Flag stay down, and couldn't believe what he had just done. But of course, we still have about 30 minutes to play for this first half. With Tokani, something that Suva has really done quite early in this game was taking control of the tempo, and that has reduced Namosi to defending all the time because of the quality of the players that Suva have up front. And Alele, out it comes to Ifangalele. Big hits coming from Namosi. Thierry, out it comes. Malele once again. And kicked toward up front by Namosi. Look at the speed of the Namosi back line. That's why Suva needs to keep it up front. But they've gone back quickly to recover on that occasion, with Okani watching from the side. Stewart, Thierry Tamani with a box kick. They keep it in field. Namosi, they've knocked it backwards, and that should have been but the referee has allowed that to happen. And Namosi, and look at Namosi, they're running hard. They've knocked it back. Thierry Tamani plugs it out, and out it comes. Good run it is from the Suva side. Tuifangalele in support, as well as Manua Tamaya from a Nandronga player. Thierry Tamani once again. Out it goes. And they opt to keep it in field. Namosi. Thierry waiting. Not a good kick. Floating across the face. And clash up in mid. Has Namosi has it once again. Right on the far end. It's a foot race. And Suva being able to take that one out. Good skill it was. A one-on-one tackle. Out they come once again. James Brown finds his way through. Mateo Golisese. Suva still working hard. Sorobakatini Tifangalela once again with the carry. They have the numbers right on the far end. The drive it is. As Namosi. A Jesse tackle as well. A quick tap. And out they go. Namosi. Big run there from Alibreti Rambukawanga. Out it goes. Namosi. And we have Apakuki Bulabiri inching close to the try line. Waiting for the ball to be recycled to the back. Suva has every angle covered at this point in time. Netava Croisau will wait for the ball. A pick and drive it is. Advantage is being played there for Namosi. Referee checking. Is almost physically pulling players apart. Referee stops it. Will he go for the video referee? Referee will consult the video ref at this point in time. 15 minutes gone. And Rambukawanga have proved that it'll be a handful to take down as Namosi waits for the decision. Rambukawanga is right at the bottom there. He has twisted his body. You can see him right there. And it's just a matter of confirming whether it was grounded in one movement. As you can see there, Rambukawanga is beneath the pile of bodies as the supporters came in as well, and the weight of the players pressing down the ball carrier, I would say, and that Apokuki Vuoviri telling the referee that the ball has already been grounded. Now it is up to the referee for his call. Penchamini Komaitonga. Knock forward has been the call. But advantage given to Namosi, and now they'll have a scrap. Because of the injury to Pusi Rongida, they brought in Penchamini Komaitonga, has now taken the field of play. Penchamini.
Crowds.
Players putting their body on the line there, as now you go once again first scrum and Namosi to feed it in.
Hold it.
In it goes. In it goes. And Nandruku has it. Nandruku controlling it. Now it comes to play, and he dances away from one and offloads. But the ball has actually covered itself up. Sandrungu playing like a fullback now. A long raking kick and a foot race it would be as Namosi scrambles with defense. Out they come. And Stewart, very good tackle there. It was actually Misaela Petero, and they're able to reclaim possession. Thierry Tamani, out it comes Sandrungu. Thierry recycles once again. Saulo stands in the tackle. And the referee has penalized them. Thierry Tamani, advantage being played for Suva. And Stewart marches on, 5 away from the corner flag. They recycle it once again. And Alemalele caught in possession. A pick and a drive. Tamaya leaves it behind. Thierry. Mano Tamaya now arrives. Sandrungu right beside him. Pick and drive. Referee penalizing the Namosi team there for high tackle. Now this is an opportunity for Suva. From one corner of the field to the other, quite an enterprising rugby, and Stewart giving his all on that occasion, getting about 15 meters. Very hard to take down this gentleman. Now they'll have a scrum, 5 away from the corner flag, 5 inside from the grandstand side of the field of play. It was
Ball is available.
Stewart,
Thank you.
4 players against 1, and he was able to match forward in terms of territory as teams go back in for the scrum. Defensive scrum, the attacking scrum there for Suva. In it goes, Namosi holds. And they've started to rake it in. The referee. There you have it, Seruda Kumbau. They know each other, Saulo and Seruda Kumbau. As I've said earlier, question will be asked up front, and Seruda Kumbau needs to rise to the occasion. Saulo showing a lot of experience there with a cool head, but with a big drive. And they go. Wabiri. Namosi holds, but they popped up, and Suva comes out. James Brown being held up there, leaving that ball behind. Nandruku, out it comes. The big dive as well. Referee says the referee has awarded the try to the Suva side. And the heavyweights up front have done it well. And who else to do it better but Israeli Lendua, the experienced hooker, showing the experience that he has. He punched that hole that was given to him and was able to drive through the defense of the Namosi side. Look at the powerful Suva side. They're able to screw the scrum right around and picked up there by James Brown. Denied a few seconds earlier. Left the ball behind. They were able to recycle it. They've gone in for their second, but right on the third, it was Lendua who was not to be denied with the support there from Soromotini to Fangalele. He was good enough to go over the try line. It was actually Mano Tamaya who supported Lendua, and Lendua has gone in for their first try to lead by 5 points to nil. Suva leads at 5 points to nil. Malele strikes it beautifully, just a tap. And the flags go up as well. Now they lead by 7 points to nil. And of course, the experience up front is something that the Suva side has been their strength. As you can see there, Lendua right at the back of it, picking it up from the base. And going over the try line. High one it is, and being knocked for there by Namosi, but Suva gathers it. Stewart, they've called it back, and now it will be a no advantage to Suva, and with that it will be a scrum with Suva to put it in from that knock-on from Namosi. Took Suva half of the first half, 20 minutes to settle.
All right, formation. Crowds.
Tira Welangi
Set. Hold.
couldn't hold on to that bounce of that awkward bounce of the rugby ball. Kiertamani digs deep. Out it comes, and from the side of the boot, definitely from the playmaker, Meli Kurisaru.
What the numbers? Dollar. Dollar 5.
Namosi. Out it comes, and Namosi taps it back. Vitokani swings away from one, tries to wriggle his way through, has to leave the ball behind. Out it comes once again. Nandruku, right in front. Netava looks for his forwards. Cardon pass it is. Penichamini. It's Esala Nalombo. Vitokani.
Release now.
Almost running out of options. Bearing his head for Neori Radule. They tried once again, bouncing off from one tackle, trying to squeeze his way through. Saulo, high tackle. It was uncalled for. Dancing away once again is Salana Lombo. Namosi, still working hard. Trying that offload.
Hey, blue.
Namosi working as a team now, and Namosi squeezes through. They held him up. He pulled the ball down, and it was good. And it's gone over the try line as well. That was an individual effort from Onisi Ratabe. Onisi Ratabe has proved that he will not shy away from the opportunity given to him. And Onisi Ratabe knew what to do when it was required most. He went in straight. He actually danced his way through and picked it up once again before diving over. And Onisi Natabe, right on the 24th minute, has gone in for Namosi's first try. Namosi trailing with 2 points. He played at the halfback position. He saw the gap, ran between, left the ball, picked it up once again. Teori Tamani was no match for him. And all the three players could not stop these young men. Onisi Ratabe has gone in for Namosi with his first try. Vitokani released so many times, and not only for Nandronga but for Namosi this season. He comes in with a good strike. Flags stay down though, and Suva maintains its lead by 7 points to 5. Just look at the replay once again. He went through three players. Thierry Tamani was standing right in front of him, and it was not enough, not good enough to stop the bulldozing run of Onisi Ratabe. Out it comes. Not a good kick on that occasion. It will be Namosi. Will be calling in for the scrum right at midfield. Saulo. I've said Suva with a formidable side. Matteo, Israeli, and Manasa Saulo up front. The locks are Sorvakhtini and Mano Tamaya. Kolitaman Tokula has been playing well in the blind side flanker, assisted by Tanya Sandrug in the open side and James Brown at number 8. But for the Namosi side, Sheru Dogombao, Chone Nangiri, and Alvireti Rabukawanga needs to hold the fort, and they've done well on that occasion. Vetokani, a show and a go, and a knock. Tempers flaring as we have Petro Misaele tending to Nalombo on that occasion. That is what rugby is all about. Part of rugby, they would say, scrum it would be 27 minutes gone, Suva lead by 7 points to 5. They go once again. Thierry Tamani takes his time. Out it comes. They're going to run it as they have the extra numbers right on the fan. Malele, he tries to squeeze his way through. Bota, and knocking that ball forward. Opportunity gone missing there for the Suva side. And the support coming in quite late on that occasion. And knock forward, the referee says, as they'll have a scrum, but Namosi having Vinaya Hambosi breathing in pain. I think it is an ankle twist. As they have the Namosi bench watching once again. Yes, that could have been a very awkward fall, I would say, as they attend to Vinaya Hambosi, who might need to be replaced. He's willing to go on. Saulo talking to his forwards. Good mix this Suva team has. A bunch of very experienced players and group of young players as well, but very determined to learn and have committed themselves to the Suva side. Tava Cruisao, Bukawanga, Johnny Nangiri, all the tactics are found, the twisting of arms, the twisting of hips, and of course the waist. They'll do anything to try and gain advantage over the opponent, as we have Netava. Netava, out it comes, and Vetokani looks at the gap right on the far end and drops it, overcooks that one, and they will go back to where it all began, and that can be very bad for Namosi, as they've allowed Suva to walk their way in to their own territory now. 30 minutes gone, 10 to go. The intention was good, but the execution a bit poor on that occasion. Just 20 centimeters out from the mark, and that will force Namosi to defend from this triangle. Once again, out it goes, and Namosi playing to the whistle now. Suva just had to stand. They thought that they'll allow that to go. They found another gap right on the far end, but not a good kick. They just given possession now to Malele. Watch out. He's slippery as an eel, as we have Keponi Paul. Stewart plays as halfback. Misaele. Big hit it is. Matteo Golisese. Tuifangalele. Mano Tamaya. Thierry Tamani. Now recycles. Out it comes. They've got the numbers out. And Keponi Paul brings it in. Good play from Stewart. Now it will be Thierry Tamani. Oh, he's good. And now it comes to Malele. A show and a ripped. Just look at what he has done once again. As we have Onishi Ratabe coming to the rescue. A kick over the top. And that is just a sure give up once again. Petero. Caught now. Leaves it behind. Thierry Tamani opts to go, and a knock forward there by Suva. That is unforced, I would say. They were doing well in terms of and the man to do it was their captain. It was John Stewart, and I think hard hits from Namosi are taking their toll on the Suva side. As you can see there, Thierry Tamani, pass was good, but he just let his eyes off the ball in the speed of a second, and he coughed the ball up front.
Okay.
They'll go in for the scrum, and it's a breather for Namosi, as the referee calls for a time off, and we'll see to the third judge right on the far end, as we have a Namosi player be attended to by the medics as well. The unsung hero for Namosi, I would say, is Neori Radule and Aparama Lubata, the lock forwards. They have been working hard, and of course, it is it has to be team effort, and they are working hard. This Namosi side, with they've actually lost Akapushi Rongida earlier in the match, as you can see there. Big run there from Mateo Ngolisese. Good offload as well, and well supported there by Koli Tamani Tokula, but Malele got the ball ripped off from him by the hardworking Onisi Ratave. They go in for the scrum, right on the 10-meter mark, 15 away from the terrace side of the field of play. In it goes. And they use the blind side, and they've cut it back right in, as they have the combination of Apakuki Waviri and Nandruku. They run in right straight. Big run there from Chonya Nangiri. Leaves it behind. Namosi recycling once again. Rambukawanga testing the waters up front. Suva holds. Out it comes once again. Vetokani. Loose pass it is, as we have Terulangi.
Hold it.
Vetokani trying to wriggle his way through. No room to move the Namosi side. Taken in there by Kalabeti Ravovo. Digging deep is Netava, the halfback. And the penalty being awarded there. Out it comes. The referee playing advantage. Namosi holds it, and the referee asks the suicide to move back. Chirel Lendua. Stewart does not agree, and the referee tells him to move back, as we have Namosi with an opportunity for 3 points as they call up Vetokani. Vetokani, his ritual of taking off his headgear. This can be an opportunity. He missed earlier from the corner. And let's see whether he can settle from the opposite direction. He needs to shift it across. 6 minutes to go on this first half. As he goes in and drives it beautifully. Has the distance and the direction, as Namosi, for the first time, takes the lead now. Right on the 35th minute, it is Namosi who now leads by 8 points to 7. It is not a soccer match, but it is because of the unconverted try and the penalty that has been given to Namosi that allows them to lead by a point. Difference of 1. Namosi leads by 8 points to 7. Thierry restarts, a high one it is. This should give enough room and time for the Suva forwards to come in. But they opt to kick it right on the hand. Thierry coughs it up front. Couldn't believe what he had done right on that far end. Must be the scorching sun, being blinded by it. Manotama, it's sort of what Tufangelo came into. Very unfortunate on that occasion. Now it will be Namosi to put it in. Namosi coming in very short burst. And when they come alive, they really blaze the ground. And now they'll have Netava Croisau to put it in. Out it comes, Nandrugu plays it fast. Vetokani, a floating pass it is. They're moving it to Netava. And a good pickup as well. They towed it up front. It's a foot race, but it beats everybody to the touchline. And they worked well on that occasion, as we have Tira Welangi just hoping that that ball would have rolled in for him as he was chasing in full speed. As we see the replay once again. Floating pass it was, but they had the danger man Onisi Ratabe coming in. The offload good, and Salah Nalom was able to tow that up front. But the ball beating everybody. The referee says, you played it too slow. It's going the Namosi way. Nandruku once again. But caught by his opposite number there. Brown holds him down. Advantage being played there. And a drop goal from Betokani. Does he have the direction? It is. And they've extended the lead once again. Now they've gone 11 points to 7. Right on the 37th minute. And Namosi grabbing all opportunities that is required of them. And they're converting it into points. And Suva must be kicking themselves now. And Suva, it was their error in taking it too long in that line out. And now Namosi has taken lead as extended the lead to 11 points to 7. A high one it is. Falling back, taken by Namosi. They'll slow it down. But Namosi being penalized on that occasion. Very unfortunate on that one. 2 minutes to go. Definitely Suva Keponi Paul. Waviri psyching up his players. They look to NLM Malele now. They'll try to reduce visit. Suva knows the quality of the Namosi side, and they will not just bulldoze their way through as they have their replacement players on the bench waiting for the opportunity to take the ground. NLM Malele. Will have a lot of angle to work with. Definitely the distance won't be a problem for this gentleman. But can he guide that ball between the posts? He strikes it beautifully, and it's quite up high, and the flags go up as well. And right on the 39th minute, it is Namosi. Actually, on the 40th minute, it is Suva who has reduced the deficit. Now, even though Namosi still leads, it's just a point in terms of the difference, as we have Namosi leading by 11 points to 10. It has been a tit for tat for these two teams. That shows the quality of the players that they both have. They've been playing together for 14 rounds. Set the stage alight by restarting the game. And we have Namosi once again digging deep as Seru Dakumbao brings it up front. They hold on to their 1 minute lead with Tokani. Almost stripping himself and showing a go, and he's shredding the line of defense once again with Tokani. Spins and leaves the ball behind. Out it comes. Onisi Ratabe. Was that a late charge on him? Malele. Misaele. Caught there. As Suva fights hard to maintain possession. As we have the Namosi side ready to pounce. And Thierry, a box kick it is, and a high one, just good enough to escape the grips of and knocking it backwards. What does the referee say? The ace winger there, a fumble it was from Terry Welangi. Definitely must be the scorching sun. Thierry did not expect that one, but definitely will try to make a man. Scrum it would be right on the 10-meter mark for the Suva territory. 7 away from the terrace side of the field of play. Malele. Thierry working hard. And out it comes. They look for Stewart as being taken down there was Vota. Apisalome Vota. Thierry, a bit slow in delivery. Sandrungu runs into a brick wall. He's driven back. Thierry will recycle once again. Well-timed pass, but well read there. Matteo Ngolisese not given an opportunity to steamroll. Keponi Paul. Have they come from the side? The referee tells them to move as we have Sandrungu and inside pass once again. And in it goes to Tuifangalele. Tries to roll on the ground, and Tuifangalele penalized for holding too long on that occasion. And it was Nandruku led by example, the captain. And there was a beauty from Nandruku, as Nandruku showing the experience that he has. Just only a few years ago, he was playing for the Lilin side. Now he's the captain and is leading by example as Vetokani looks to the safety of the touchline. Gutiza, look at Nandruku. He weighed his options and came straight on to Tuifangalele. And down he goes. He was the first down there. Brown tried to push him off, but he stood his ground as Namosi wins that one, and out it goes once again. Vetokani loses it, and very unfortunate on that occasion. Saulo coming in a dive on Vuaviri. He has 6 forgiveness from his teammates, and of course it was not Vetokani but Vuaviri. But the pass was not good as well. He had to go low to collect that one. So far, so good for Namosi. They lead by 11 points to 10. 44 minutes gone on this game. In it goes. Suva. They're plowing the Namosi side and they're playing advantage on that occasion. Thierry Tamani comes around and finds a gap. Thierry Tamani blazes the ground, and Thierry Tamani. Keponi Paul. That is the 7th combination, but Thierry Tamani very quick there. He'll recycle it. And out it comes once again. They try to run it right straight, and Tuifangalele comes in. Thierry Tamani caught in possession. Lendua helps him out. Thierry Tamani, the UN Malele comes back right in. Golisese inches in front. Malele picks it up, but taken heavily. They'll recycle it. The Suva side, they're good with it. They've got the advantage up front in terms of weight and experience. Namosi scrambling in defense as we have Brown once again. And Brown goes over the try line. But the referee said, no, I'm playing advantage. Ball knocked forward there. Offside by the Namosi side. And this is a kickable penalty. They'll wait for the decision. Nandruku. Time stoppage there. Let's just look at what happened as James Brown losing that ball when he went forward. But again, you could see Koli Tamani Tokula assisting beautifully on that occasion. He's a massive unit, this young man, and because of his momentum, it assisted James Brown. Look at Tamani. He saw the half gap up front and he sneaked through. He outran his opposite number. But he came in very quickly. Look at Sandrungu. Malele was also there to support. But again, given in to this young man, he'll take a mile, and he did it beautifully. Thierry Tamani, Suva team on the steamroll. Tamani have left the Suva fans on their feet, hungry for more action. Now they'll have a scrum. That's how confident the Suva team is. They could have easily gone for that 3 points, but they need more. They want to do it in style as Thierry feeds it once again. Namosi buckling in the weight of Suva. And Suva, advantage being played and picked up by Jamie Brown. Out he comes once again. He leaves the ball behind. Thierry Tamani to go in to clear that one. Playing as halfback. And Stewart coming back right in. They need to straighten things up, and he read that very well and brought it right into midfield. Thierry Tamani goes in once again. Out to Brown. And here it comes. Malele holds it. Referee blows the whistle. Offside, he said, right in front of the post there. Keponi Paul wants to speed things up, but Stewart is there. And of course, they'll use the might of their forwards as the referee calls in Nandruku once again. Time stoppage it is. 47 minutes gone. Seruda Kumbau, Mbukawanga. Stewart trying to influence the referee. And Woviri motivating, hyping his players as well. Now you have it. Namosi on the defensive scrum, I would say, as Thierry to feed it in for Suva once again. In it goes. Namori holds. Referee calls them up. Vakumbau accusing Saulo for bearing in. And you have it there, I would say the veteran, Manasa Saulo, smiling away. In they go once again. Look at the punch from Saulo. Saulo had the advantage in terms of surge up there. They're still accusing Saulo of it. He doesn't reply. He only replies when he goes into the scrum. He has the experience. And Seru Dagumbao finding it hard to contest against Saulo. In they go once again. Saulo on the far end. Vakumbao. And they've dismantled the Namosi force as Brown. Out it comes. The referee says that is a penalty try. And the penalty try it is. They've given it to the Suva side. And now Suva too strong on that occasion. Let's look at the replay once again. Everything was just square, but Namosi crumbling there from the weight of Suva and Thierry Tamani. As we have a try there. Now they've gone in to 17 points to 11. Right on the 50th minute. Out it comes, they've lost it backwards. Tamar leaves it behind for Thierry Tamani. He tries to dance around, but taking in a heavy tackle there. Playing at halfback is Koli Tamani Tokula. Out it comes. They use their big forwards. Suva back in controlling the game again in terms of tempo. They've lifted up high. Vetokani waits underneath, weighs his option. He's shifted towards the terrace side of the field of play. That is where Natave is in. He bumped off Stewart, and Natave has held it for too long. Out it comes to Vetokani, and rushing it right through. Advantage being played. Coming back right in, Namosi. Very quick on that occasion. An inside pass. Referee allows it to go. Good run it is from Buaviri. They try to make it fast. Replacement player coming in the field of play. And that is Meli Nakarawa. Namosi. They try hard. Out it goes once again. Carrot pass it is. They've got numbers on the far end. Will they have the space? Cutting back. Almost a missile coming from that far end. But it's been ripped off there. The referee says no. Advantage there being played. Referee wants it to be done well, as we have Nandruku. He goes in, he's held up at this point in time. And the referee right there. Nandruku gave his all. Time stoppers there. As let's look at the replay. Nandruku came in. And right on the ground there was Apisalome Vota. Nandruku not satisfied with that. Now they'll go in for another scrum advantage to Namosi. Six-point the difference. Saulo. And Matteo Golisese, as we have Nandruku. Advantage being played there. Nandruku goes in for the onslaught and straight right in. As I've said, he's a tough customer. Oh, a high tackle it was. As Saulo going on the tactics on that occasion. Referee is not going to buy that. Out it comes. Good run it is from the inside center there. Kalabeti Ravovo is being playing well. And they're still going. Out it comes. Advantage still being played. As they have the players being called back on that occasion. Advantage being played. A three-pointer will not be good for Namosi. As blood oozes out from the eyebrows of Nandruku, is giving his all. That's where the saying comes of blood, sweat and tears. And it will be a tap. Taking on the lead is the hooker, Chonen Nangiri. Out it comes once again. Seruda Kumbau. Take it sideways. And it will come back right in. Big run there from Ravovo. Big hits coming from Suva. Good defense from Suva, I would say. Ulaviri walks his way through once again. They need to go as a unit. And lost that ball forward, I would say. Advantage still been given. Rambukawanga did his best on that occasion. Lost control of the ball when it went for grounding. And this is a lifeline for Namosi, with the replacement players taking the field of play. Tomasi Shovilea has gone in as well. Now, Chorinangiri. He goes in and buries his head. And is being pushed back there. And the ball popping up on that occasion as they have the Namosi rushing back right in. A pick and drive it is. They see the white mark right in front of them. Suva putting their body on the line. Out it comes. And being towed up front there. But what does the referee say? The referee says advantage to Namosi. Yes, they were miles offside on that occasion. Nandrongamen over another Nandrongamen. It was Seru Dagombau against Meli Kurisaru. And now we have Manasa Saulo being replaced. And let's see whether Namosi can turn the tide. Seru Dagombau. He's also been taken out of the field of play. He's going back as well. You've got a replacement player of Aseri Robolevu. But they've taken out Chorinangiri. Chorinangiri has been taken out. Dagombau goes into the hooking position as Rombolevu takes the field of play. And they go once again. Suva to put it in. And it goes, the new halfback for Suva. It's Leon and Hawaii. As Suva continues to dominate up front. Out it goes. And they've towed the ball up front. Hawaii. Vitokani holds it up. The referee brings them back. As we have Vota facing off with Onisi Ratabe, but Suva very dominant on that occasion as they were able to dismantle the Namosi scrum once again. They only know why in jersey number 21, the new halfback for Suva. They look to the safety of the touchline. There you see it. All the red jerseys on the ground and the blue jerseys on top of them. A powerful Suva side. They only know why. The halfback. Another replacement player taking the field of play. That would be Watishoni Sebutia. And Vota has been rested. A new hooker 2 has gone in for Suva. And they're able to pick it up. And Nandruku goes in. Dance away from one offload. But could not hold on to the possession. Was the support playing for Mopinsat Miniko Maitonga. Now Suva holds on once again. And ball being knocked forward there. Namosi cover it well. Out it comes. Where's Vetokani? A show and a go. Vetokani finds the gap, leaves it behind. Natabe. Remember, he scored the time from almost similar position as well. Playing as halfback. Out it comes to the big forwards. They're trying to buy time here. They brought it right back. Bukawang offloads once again. And they found, and Natabe goes in once again. Offloads very beautifully, but they've knocked it the ball forward once again. Natabe should have held on tightly on that one. Advantage been given to Namosi. And Namosi, out it goes. Counteract by Suva. The individual effort. Sandrungu comes in, holds on to the ball. Very strong young man. Nawai, out it comes. And able to offload. Right on the fire. Michele Petero, a long raking kick it is. And was this a good decision? Namosi, out it comes. And comes right in and knocks the ball forward, picked up there by Suva. Suva now working as a unit. Playing at halfback is Koli Tamantokula. Out it comes. And knocking that ball forward, I would say. The ref says it's a forward pass as we have players on the ground. They've done their best. They've given their all. But mistakes tripping in with fatigue. Out it comes. Stewart it was. And that ball not good enough as they've also Chonemanu has now taken the field of play in jersey number 22, replacing Kurusangila. Petero Misele being attended to right on the far end. Love to see Sandrung in the Fiji Sevens team. He's just too good. He's very aggressive. As we have players getting ready. Just another 18 minutes left for this game. They've given their all, the Namosi team, but they have to blame themselves. The handling skills had not been good, and that has caused the poor finish. Vitokani definitely should rise to the occasion now. He's backing out orders to his players as well. Michele Petero ready to go once again. And they go once again for the scrum. A long break it is for the injured player. 17 points to 11. 18 minutes to go. And Suva once again, but Nandroku very fast on that occasion. It's a total giveaway. And now they're able to claw their way through the Namosi side. And now they're back into Suva's territory as Suva too good in the scrum now. And Namosi needs to get the ball as soon as possible, I would say, for the scrum, out from the scrum. And of course, Suva with Lino Washinanti to put it in. In it goes, and Namosi has taken it. Namosi, they need to really secure the ball here. They're in good territory, I would say. And they could not finish it up very beautifully. On that occasion, it was Suva of Keponi Paul who was able to stand his ground. As you can see there, it was one of the forwards actually. Thought it was Keponi Paul. Now they'll have another line out. Melituni in jersey number 17. Suva puts it in, and they're able to connect that one between Nawai, Manu. They look for options. Stewart punches it right through, leaves it behind. Namosi not cohesion enough in terms of counteract as Anele Malele finds his way through once again. Nawai. Very aggressive on that far end. Suva forward. Very quick in recycling as well. Brown leaves it behind. And they start to suck in the defense of the Namosi side. Keponi Paul runs into a red brick wall. Out it comes. Brown, very experienced player. Nawai send it towards midfield with Malele. The passers not able to connect there. Sandrungu, can he offload? He holds up. Big run there from Suva. And Stewart showing the experience that he has. Slides away from one, from two, leaves it behind. Paul playing as the halfback now. And now Suva. Lino Basfinandi doing well on that occasion. They are going to grind the Namosi side quite slow and sure, as we have Joseva Nasaroa also in the field of play. Stewart, Malele, and Sandrungu comes in. Sandrungu, and Sandrungu goes between the posts. As I've said, we need to see this young man in the Fiji 7th side. Sandrungu showing the speed that he has. Very sleek in his move, and of course very fast as well, as Sandrungu right on the 66th minute has gone in to extend Suva's lead to 22 points to 11, and of course it will be very easy to convert as he slide between the posts. Look at Sandrungu. Malele floated the pass, came right in, and Vetokani being left behind there, sprawl on the ground, and Sandrungu waiting right on to the 66th minute, and it was good enough. A rising star, I would say, as Sandrungu extends the lead to 22 points to 11. He's got a very high walk rate, very efficient in terms of ball recycling. Look at Malele, the change of direction, and the stride too good for Sandrungu, and Sandrungu going in for Suva's try. Look at those big runs. Elia Dana Kaivata has been creating havoc, and look at that one. Beautiful run it was. The defense line just being squashed there by Sandrungu. And of course, Malele right between the posts. Strikes it beautifully and added those 2 points. It will now be 24 points to 11. Suva fans are on their feet once again. 14 minutes to go. Daniela Sandrungu. Watch that name. Out it comes. Big run once again from the big forwards of Suva. Nawai. Brown leading by example. Pushing Dagomba off. High kick it is. Ball watching the Namosi side. And out they come once again. Uncalled for from the Suva side. And that would be Zara Emmanuel, I would say. They'll try to reduce the deficit on the Namosi side. If this one goes through, they'll still need 2 to 3 tries in order to surpass the lead given by the Suva team. Comes in once again. Good strike. But away from the left-hand side of the post. Just 10 more minutes to play. And Suva very confident and very sure that they're going to go in now to the finals. Only if Namosi scores 2 converted tries, then they can stand a chance against Suva. But with 9 minutes left, Manu to restart from the 22-meter marker, that will be slightly a big ask. A long kick it is. Out it comes once again. Playing well on that occasion was Vinaya Namosi. Out it goes. Coming right back in. Able to swing away from the tacklers. Calvetti Ravovo proving to be a very hard customer to. Now it goes. Right, taken out of the field of play. Suva working together there. Stewart. Petero. Shulin Galikono has also taken the field of play, and Tomasi Sovilevo of the Namosi side. They brought in the reserves. Melina Karawa, Are Lelea Kula. And they set the scrum once again. There they have Saulo with a minute there, knowing that they've done their best. They don't know why to put it in. In it goes. Namosi holds and out it comes. Kick it is. Testing the defense of the Namosi side once again. Almost isolated on that occasion was Calvetti Ravovo. Stolen by Suva. Sandrungu. As Stewart goes in to play as halfback. Out it comes. Not a good pass. And taken by Namosi. Running hard on that occasion was Melina Karawa. Out it goes. Big hit on Temisia Rokotui. But they still maintain possession. Look at Sandrungu. He's been everywhere. Out it comes once again. Big run by the big Aparama Luvata. Ball watching, I would say, and on that occasion caught in possession as well. Trying to fight his way through was Vinaya Namosi. Out it goes. Passes not connecting. Big hits from Suva. Big run there from Melina Karawa as they try to maintain possession. They do well. Out it comes. Namosi once again. Able to offload. Brown. The referee stops the time as well as plays the play taking play quite closer to an injured player, and for that reason the referee needs to stop it as we have only about 6 minutes left for this game, with Suva having a very comfortable lead. We can circle in Suva to qualify for the finals next week. And right now, down at Ratu Dagambao Park, it's Naita City winning 17 points to 10 against Nandronga. So we can comfortably say that it will be Suva against Naita City come next week, when we have only 6 minutes left for this match. Let's not cut out chickens now before it hatch. We'll still have Suva here, leading by 24 points to 11. As we have Veto Kani been given the advantage there. Referee bringing them towards the gradient side of the field of play. High tackle it is. They'll have a line out right on the almost on the 32-meter marker. Down in Hawaii. We'll wait for that. Brown, Vito Kani, all poised as we have Temesiaro the tweet to throw it. In it goes, and it's a good one, and taken in by Rokotui. He leaves it behind. Counteract by Suva, but Namosi good on this occasion. Out it comes. They playing with pride now, the Namosi side. They started off well. Out they go once again. It's one man against three, and Namosi has gone in from replacement player Shuli Ngalikaono. The referee will go on, and the referee will award the try right on the 76th minute. And it is Shuli Ngalikaono who has gone in for Namosi's try in the second half. The pass was good, and Shuli, going low and hard, has gone in for their try now on the 76th minute. One of the experienced players as well, Shuli Ngalikaono, as we have Namosi trailing now by 16 points to 24. 16 points to 24. Time is not on their side. Are Leleakula edging his players on as we wait for Vetokani to try and add the extras. He strikes it well, but outside the right-hand post, and it's 16 points to 24 as Namosi referee walking with the pony pole now, taking him to John Stewart. And that is a yellow card on Keponi Paul. And for the last 5 minutes, I would say Suva will now play with only 14 men. That was the try. Galcono, too good on that occasion. Manu to restart. A high one it is. Namosi waiting for it and taken in a good tackle there. Big run there from Elia Danakaibata. Quite an aggressive player. Luvata. Vitokani lurking behind the area. Out it comes to Vitokani. He'll keep it in field. Lele will lift it up high on the full out. And the referee will take them where he kicked from as they try to stall time down. 8 points the difference. Even with a converted try, Namosi cannot make it. As we have Temesia to throw it in. In it goes, and Suva wins it back. The referee says Kaivata, as I've said, is a tough customer. And Kaivata, the referee says it was not straight. And the referee says it's all done, and Suva had booked their place in the finals next week with a commanding win over Namosi by 24 points to 16.